Taylor, and I am a co-owner of Sweet Zero.
I'm Peyton Smyer, and just like working in the shop quite a bit, do a lot of like sourcing and stuff like that.
I'm Mike, also an owner. I'm usually in the shop most of the time. I like to work the floor, talk to people.
And he's an owner as well, he didn't say that.
Nice.
So we were all picking vintage and selling online, and met each other through mutual friends, and then we started picking together, and then did some pop-ups. Those were successful, and when we could afford it, we opened up a physical location.
Like one of the reasons why like I started got in touch with these guys is because we found I came across like this business opportunity where it was like a lot of vintage clothing. There's like a set amount of money that you had to spend, and I didn't have that much money. The three of us were able to go in and like get a lot. We had like so much clothing that we almost like needed a place to put it. I think, I don't know, would you guys agree that kind of led to like the first store location, which was just kind of like the cost of rent, like to store it was like the same amount of just opening up a shop.
Yeah, that was always kind of like my vision since like day one of doing all this, was like not only obviously doing clothes and things like that, was to be able to provide people a cool venue, kind of exerting art and just things in general around here, and that builds engagement, builds communities around not only just clothes but other things, and that kind of indirectly kind of goes together, you know, building a community. People realize about the venue and the clothes and things like that. It's all kind of one. I think in this day and age too, it's just not enough to just have a store.
So it was really interesting, the trend that we've been seeing. In 2018, actually, we had fewer store closures than in 2017, but 2019 is starting out to be another year for major retail store
Down
closures.
to the wire for one of America's oldest and most iconic retailers. On the line, the last 425 stores.
I haven't shopped at Sears in a long time, but I used to shop at Sears all the time.
For a lot of, like for my parents, it's sad because they grew up going to Sears, so.
You know, in such a competitive market of other businesses and kind of the dwindling of brick and mortar, like physical stores, it really takes a special kind of like, you need to have many things. You can't just sell clothes and expect to just make it, you know? It's kind of like, it's got to be a full package of like consistently sourcing, having events, reaching out to the community, doing things even like this and stuff that just like kind of bring awareness.
So like once a week we'll like sit down and argue, or just like because we don't have like a real structure. We kind of just talk, or like group chat, like what about this? And they'll be like, no Gabe, that's stupid, or like.
And it's mainly just trial and error, to be honest. A lot of it is kind of just trying stuff out and realizing, oh, that didn't work, try something different.
It's kind of nice because there's no like hierarchy. We're all on like the same playing field, so that it's like we're all like have an equal say, I guess. Whereas like we don't have to run anything like through anyone. It's just we just do it.
For me personally, this has been a good opportunity for me to like actually be able to exert my ideas and do it with guys that like definitely are on the same page for like basically most things, everything. So it feels pretty good that we can all kind of like share ideas, and it's never this kind of like, you know, run it by the boss or anything like that. It's usually just kind of like we talk, sometimes we come to compromises, and we move forward. So
there's this opportunity to like extend the life of kind of textiles and get people to wear older clothing and wear clothing longer.
All right, on average, I'm looking straight at the camera, Americans throw away 70 pounds of clothing a year, and like they think that they're donating it, but it just goes into landfills either in the United States or overseas in other countries. So buy used clothing, because like the H&M shirt that you bought is gonna last you 6 months, and then it's gonna get thrown into a landfill, and that's made up of like at least 50% of like synthetic materials, which is oil-based, which isn't going to biodegrade. So just be smart. That's like, buy vintage clothing, buy used clothing.
It's timeless too.
Wearing clothing with holes and stains and smells, like you should do that.
Yeah,
it's
and
cool,
not just that's cool.
That's cool.
Buying trash clothing isn't.
Yeah, embrace the story, like in everything. Like you're just gonna enjoy it a lot more if you do that.
That's true.
My name is Zach Dean. I run retail operations here at Portland Gear with doing some side creative projects as well. Pretty much the story of Portland Gear starts back to Black Friday of 2014. That's kind of when Marcus Harvey, who started the brand, was running his Instagram page, which was just titled @Portland, and used that page to kind of promote different events and different places here in Portland and to showcase the city that we love. And using that Instagram page with, you know, a single handle with the name Portland is a really valuable asset. So kind of combining that and his love of product and community, combined all that and created the P logo, which is kind of what you see today, is the P with the state of Oregon, as just kind of simple, clean, iconic logo to represent the city. So with the logo and this Instagram page, kind of combined all that together. And on Black Friday, Marcus made a post that said, "Show your Portland pride with Portland Gear," and had a picture of our original Rise t-shirt and our P cap. Pretty much with those two together, we've had business ever since. At the end of the day, I think what really made us kind of grow and become where we are today is definitely a huge part of social media and just community building. In the early days, it was down at the Saturday market. It was going down there every weekend, popping up, showcasing the product, and then having a strong online presence. Not after long, it became where people wanted to be at different events. So we came out with this old VW bus that would drive around town and do pop-up shops at Fremont, Mississippi, Hawthorne street fairs, any street fair going on in Portland we would be at. What's coming up this summer is our brand camp program. So that's a program that we run for 16 to 23-year-olds. We bring in 84 students, come in for the week, learn about branding, entrepreneurship, how we do things, how we started, and they actually work with a bunch of different local companies here in Portland. So we promote events like that. We promote fun, positive street fairs. We promote all that type of things. And that's kind of just goes back to what our core brand is. You know, we started off just doing hats and t-shirts, but we've kind of grown into a lot more than that. We've grown into a variety of other products, but also just experiences and services that we can offer. So we're able to promote all different types of things on those channels. So, you know, I feel like it's a good mix because it's, you know, it's also us trying to push product to, you know, hopefully have customers for those. But on the other side of that, it's a great platform for us to promote these really impactful events that we put on. I'd say like our core design and product design team is Marcus and Mac. So Marcus started the company. He has a background in design. It's just really good with that type of thing. And Mac is a little more like product based. So he kind of, gets the orders, gets everything going with that. Can design graphics. I really consider a whole team as designers though, because we all are feeding ideas and we're looking around and seeing, hey, what is someone wearing down the street? What are people walking into our store wearing? You know, what's on the cover of Hypebeast? What's on the cover of all these different, things that we can pull and take from and kind of gain inspiration. I think that's a really key part is obviously we want to be as original as possible. And with our logo, that's like trademarked where we got that. But on the other side of that, it's like, I don't think it's a problem to look at what other brands are doing, especially larger ones that we've grown up around, like Nike, Adidas, Columbia, Under Armour, all here in our backyard here in Portland, seeing what they're doing. So our brand, I think, is really mixed between sportswear and streetwear, but it has that lifestyle in between. So, it's a lifestyle-based streetwear, sportswear. So I think like the truest message that we can give off is to be proud of where you're from, and I think that's one key thing. Proud of where you're from, or proud of where you visited, or just that you love the city of Portland and what the city of Portland means. I think that's even more key than anything. All right, so yeah, we're Portland Gear. You can find us on the corner of 19th and Burnside in Northwest Portland. That's right next to Providence Park where our home team Timbers and Thorns play. So come on down anytime. We're here 11 to 7 every single day.